Hey everybody, what's going on? As you can see, we've done a little bit of work, or maybe a lot of work, off camera here. We've got pretty much this entire sidewall done, short of some steel work above the porch here. But we actually need to put the roof panels on the porch and some trim before the rest of the wall panels can go up. So we've had a couple of days of really great weather here. So we've tried to work quite hard to get as much done as we can. And our goal for the next couple of days here, we've got some help to come out and give us a hand, is this weekend work on getting this sidewall, or the end wall here, getting this steel up at least to the porch, because then that allows us to have our electrician to come out and trench in our power for us. And then I can also run my low voltage in that same trench over to our building as well in some conduit, so that we'll have our panel inside in the middle of the wall here. Probably, since our tack room is going to come up to about here, we'll probably have the panel somewhere in this area here, and all the networking stuff that comes in, the switch for the cameras and whatnot. Also along the ends here, I've gotten up some more angle braces for some more steel to go up for the wall sheeting. And it's kind of drying off in here after, a week and a half. It's still kind of wet in some areas, especially over in front of the pop-up camper. That's still kind of a quagmire. Giggity. But my other plan for the next couple of days is to get cracking on this backside and start getting the rest of this sheeting up. This will be kind of a tedious pain around these 4 doorways to get that trim installed and that paneling on. But then that'll allow me to just fire away with the wainscoting down here and get those panels up, getting us closer to being dried in. Another plan is, once we've gotten as far as we can here, which pretty much is going to be up to this missing window, which should be in the end of next week, I think. My aim is to start putting on some of the sheeting for the lean-to and get this back area dry and compacted, so the concrete guys can come back out and put in all these little aprons for both the doors back here and the doors in the front of the building, because as you can see, when it rains, it just pools and puddles and turns into a mess. So that's where we're at for the building. We got one of our piles of steel about gone. We've got more steel here. These 3-foot panels here are for the area above the porch. All these light gray, ash gray panels end up on the top half of this back wall, and then all of these burnished slate panels end up going on the roof of the lean-to. So that means somewhere around here I have my panels for the porch, and of course all of my roof steel and the end walls. And all those panels are going to be hiding out here. As we look behind door number 4, all those panels are going to be hiding under here, and a final trim box is also down there. So we'll be uncovering more stuff and putting it up. So really we've been just kind of working as time and weather allows us. We've had a couple of days of pretty windy weather, so didn't do a whole lot out here just because our steps involve putting up the house wrap, which is a pain to do with one person in the wind, 15 feet in the air, and also other things like work and kids and family. So been working away at it as we can, but what I really am happy with is how the front of the building has turned out. It's of course missing our soffit up here and everything, but if you look down, probably it's tough to see in the picture here in the camera, but all the screw holes were all measured on the ground and pre-drilled. So when we are done, we have a nice finished product. Everything is evenly spaced. All the screws are in horizontal and darn near perfect. Our door jamb trim turned out pretty good. I'm no expert by far, and I'm sure people will have comments one way or the other, but you know, I think this looks pretty good for amateur work, for getting these to fit in well. You know, they didn't all fit in perfect. This one I had to notch out just a little bit to make fit. But, you know, overall, most of the trim is looking pretty good. Again, I'm no expert, but it is what it is. Of course, there's a lot of trim left to go up where I can perfect my skills. But the big parts, you know, I was happy with the door jambs. All those pieces are in and they look nice. Gonna have Bears Overhead come out and look at putting those doors in here sometime in the next few weeks. Probably about, I don't know, a month to 5 weeks. There's their lead time right now. So that should hopefully coincide well with getting the panels on the roof. And just in time for everything to get cold. So that is the goal before the snow flies, is to have our roof on and get everything indoors. Make sure the mice are out, because apparently the dog has found a mouse over here in the wood pile, which actually may be dry enough we can have a bonfire. So she is anxiously looking for that field mouse, and hopefully she finds it. So for now, we're just waiting for our boom lift to come back so we can finish screwing in some screws up there and then start working our way down the backside with that wainscot. Oh, well, hello everybody, a new day, a new morning. And yesterday, we actually got part of our wall up. So check this out. Actually, I gotta stand back. Does look pretty impressive from down here in the ground. So we started working from our back this way, and then we ran out of light. So luckily the father-in-law came up to give me a hand, which was awesome, and gonna come back I think today for a little bit, help finish up this part of the wall here, and see what else we can get done. It is a little breezy, so I'm not sure we'll be able to work on the other wall. But there's stuff I can do. I can work on some of the trimming up here, work on closing up the lean-to area, and borrowed a toy yesterday too. Got the sheep's foot or the tamper or the jumping jack, whatever you want to call it. So now I can go ahead and get the rest of the aprons here, get those all compacted so we can get our rest of our concrete done. And it's nice when you get all the chunks of steel from Great Western. I'm not sure how the rest of the companies work, but each pallet or each bundle of sheeting is labeled. So this here would be the right end wall, which is this stack of stuff, and the other one for the other wall is labeled as left end wall. So it's pretty easy when you're trying to sort out all of your steel and parts where everything goes. So that's pretty awesome. Be nice to go ahead and get working on this wall too this weekend, but 15-mile-an-hour winds, 10-mile-an-hour winds even, putting up the 9-foot rolls of house wrap can be challenging. So I guess we'll do what the weather allows us, and if that doesn't get done now, we'll do it another day, and there's plenty of stuff I can do on the ground. Hey folks, we're back after another longish day of work, and it was rather breezy today, but we did manage to get the last couple of sheets up on this end wall. it was too windy to try to put up more of the house wrap, so we just said the heck with that. And this wall looks kind of big once it's all up. It's quite large. And instead of more of the end walls, I started working on some of the back wall here under the lean-to. And since we already had some of the house wrap up, I figured before it started to come down with the wind, I would put up a few sheets of steel. And this is kind of what the back's going to look like. We've got 4 of these doors here for the critters, and I think this is going to look really nice. The end goal is putting some swing doors in here, Dutch doors. I believe we'll end up doing, make those out of wood, kind of old barn style, and that will be another project yet to do this fall. But we are working our way across the back here. It's just tedious going around, of course, all the doors and all of the columns, the roof stuff. But at least I do have a little bit of a space to hang or rest the panel in on this top upper purlin here. So if it is breezy, I can at least set the panel in place and scurry up on the lift and get everything set. So these I've set myself, and they are actually all level and straight and perfect. So that's kind of nice. I've got a couple more screws to put in over here, but I ran out, so I'll grab a couple more screws and wrap those up. But for now, we're going to call this a day and come back tomorrow and hopefully get more of this back wall completed. So we've been trying to get more of the panels up. I guess we're kind of working with what the weather and schedule allows us. We're hoping to get up more of the house wrap on the end wall today for those other taller ash gray sheets, but with the wind gusting over 20 miles an hour, that's not going to happen. It's even making it quite a challenge to put up these couple of panels for the wall above the porch. So I think for now we're just going to call it a wrap and check back with you in the next episode. So remember, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see you all in the next video. Take care.